so since we're recording now, the reason why we chose this background is because the Roaring Twenties was a long time ago. So it's old like dinosaurs. And dinosaurs also go roar, like the Roaring Twenties.
I love that, Jeremy.
Everyone else had the same background. I wanted to be original. And Hannah and Clarice also wanted it to be original.
Mm-hmm. Advocacy Focus, major emphasis and preferred charities.
So I'm Jeremy. I'm the district secretary. There's my email, and you should also follow my Instagram at Secretary Zoller. I post all the Key Club stuff. You should also follow Clarice and Hannah's Instagram.
Mm-hmm. There's also my email and Hannah's email. If you need to contact us, you can always, look over. Okay, Hannah?
Okay, so first thing we're going to be talking about is our advocacy focus. So every year, the New Jersey Key Club District chooses an advocacy focus. So first of all, what is advocacy? So it's the ability to speak for someone who can't speak for themselves. And yes, Key Club is all about volunteering and helping those around us, but it's also being a voice for others. So the advocacy focus for the 2020-2021 service year will be about child disability awareness. More specifically, developmental child disabilities. So child disability is when a child is determined as being like physically or mentally impaired, and these impairments will restrict them from doing normal interactions or socializing, and they have physical and mental restrictions set upon them. So what the advocacy committee has decided is that every 2 months we will choose one type of disorder to focus on, and we will be publishing monthly newsletters. And so the 5 common types that we've come up with are Down syndrome, ASD, ADHD, dyslexia, and Tourette syndrome. I'm just going to tell a little bit about each type. Down syndrome is where a child has an intellectual delay, and it causes a delay in his physical or mental actions. ASD is more ASD is like autism is an example of ASD, where there's a developmental disorder that causes difficulty in interaction with others or communication. ADHD causes difficulty in attention, and it causes someone to act impulsively or without thinking first. And dyslexia is a learning disability where a child might struggle with reading or writing. And Tourette syndrome is a disorder which includes repetitive movements that are unwanted. So what can you do to help? So advocate for those in your community. I know in my school, we have a club, and that club consists of children with disabilities. And so something that my Key Club did was we met with them one day after school, and we just played games, because I think what we don't realize for a lot of these children, they don't have the ability to interact the way that we get to. So just being to talk to them or being there for them is a really big help. Volunteer at your local Special Olympics. Donate time and supplies, and spread awareness. And like I said, some of our goals for this service year are going to be publishing newsletters, using social media platforms such as Instagram to advocate different disorders and what you can do. So each month we're going to be focusing on one different disorder. So I've listed out the months. So for the months of June and July, we'll be focusing on Down syndrome. For the months of August and September, we'll be focusing on Tourette syndrome. For the months of October and November, ADHD. For the months of December and January, ASD. And the months of February and March is dyslexia. Obviously, considering the circumstances right now, the ones that will take place in the summer will all be digitalized, and the committee will probably be just sending out pamphlets of information. Since we can't meet in person, there's kind of restrictions on how much we can do for the first 2 syndromes, but hopefully we'll be able to meet once school starts back in September, and we can have some in-person meetings and stuff like that.
Major emphasis. Okay. So what is major emphasis? It's basically a Key Club International focus, and it bases it on the idea of helping children. and it serves our preferred charities that are, well, also based on helping children. Our major emphasis for this year and basically every other year is children, their future, our focus. This means we will work with children to help them and inspire them to change the world for the better. How can you get involved? You could work with any like key clubs that's like kind of involved with your school, like K Kids, Builders Club, or yeah, as I've said, any key club organization. You could hold donation drives at schools near you. You could hold tutoring services. And if you have any other ideas, you could always contact your LTG.
All right, so for preferred charities and international partners, first we have UNICEF. So for UNICEF, every year we focus with the Eliminate Week in the spring and Trick or Treat for UNICEF in the fall. Those are our two greatest things that we do through Key Club. So with Eliminate Week, what that is we focus on the Eliminate Project, which helps advocate for and fundraise for the elimination of maternal and neonatal tetanus. And that was just a few months ago. And Trick or Treat for UNICEF is, I'm sure you've all done it before. Around Halloween time, we raise money for UNICEF, and we focus on HIV and AIDS prevention and children, child protection, basic education and gender equality, child survival and development, and the Eliminate Project. So another big one is the Children's Miracle Network. So they increase funds and awareness for local children's hospitals. And over the summer, we're planning on holding like a fundraiser for that. It's in the works right now. And what you guys can do to help in your clubs, you can hold toy drives, fundraisers, make cards, and more. So March of Dimes helps mothers and babies who have premature birth, because for premature babies, there's a higher chance of infant mortality. So we have March of Dimes walks in the spring. This year, they were all virtual. But there's always time to raise money and raise awareness. The Thirst Project is to end the global water crisis with the support of young people to build freshwater wells. So what we do as Key Club is we fundraise and raise awareness. So we have the Walk for Water, and you guys can do other stuff in your home club, and we just spread everything about the water crisis. We spread awareness. So our international partners are K-Corps, Nickelodeon, and Project Happiness. So with K-Corps, the Kiwanis International Youth Exchange Program for Key Clubbers. So it's hosted by Japanese families. So they have people from Key Club that get sent on like these missions to, they just like, what they do is they volunteer in like foreign countries. And for Nickelodeon, we really focus on the Get Dirty campaign and the Worldwide Day of Play. And for Project Happiness, we inspire and empower Key Clubbers to address bullying through sharing ideas, having discussions, playing games, and just making sure that everyone's happy.
You guys have any questions or comments?
For the Children's Miracle Network, it is a year-round thing that Key Club works with, but you can focus on the participation, I believe, during when IHOP has their Children's Miracle Network fundraiser, free stack of pancake day, where all the proceeds and donations go to the Children's Miracle Network. You can find out more information on keyclub.org/partners or /service partners, and Children's Miracle Network is one of them. And the major emphasis is children, their future, our focus. So children, and then the colon, and then their future, comma, our focus.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone. Do any of you have any questions?
My club is raised $12,000 for the Thirst Project, and we just got an email saying that the people are successfully using the well. So it's a really great charity to work with.
That's
Definitely.
incredible.
Yes, Alyssa.
Dude, that's like nuts. I'm pretty sure 12,000 for the Thirst Project like fully funds one well.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it changes the whole community too. There's so many partners that you can work with for international that really make an impact, not just locally but globally. And like Dr. Stephen Sanfilippo said, Kiwanis has been doing amazing with contributing to the Eliminate project. Do you have any other questions about service and our Advocacy Focus International?
Bye. I'm gonna leave too. Bye.